messages that we can get for you. Now the best way to kind of describe this reading, it's like if you've ever been to a group reading by a medium, and it's not one of those readings where, you know, you each have your individual time in the room with the medium or the psychic. You're all sort of in a group and they just stand there and they're pulling out the message. So the message that is, I guess, really meant to come forward is the one that will come forward in this. But I do want to say they're pretty interesting. Each one has surprised me. I will say that every single one of these has surprised me immensely with what has come through, like things that I really couldn't have imagined. So it's fascinating, and we're going to get started. There is an extended at the end of this. In the extended, I will be pulling a card from my Journey of Love Oracle deck, and it's a message of encouragement to you from your ancestral guide. And we will ask what they are trying to guide you towards, why, what is the lesson in this, and what are the next steps for you. So right now we're going to get started. I'm going to try to figure out if I can identify who the guide is that is coming through your reading. I only have the Major Arcana and the Court cards in the deck right now. Try to pinpoint sort of the personality, the energy of who this person was. Of who this person was for Cancer who's coming forward at this time. This person was doing that. Ooh, interesting. The Star. Oh, this card came out for Pisces, which, or not Pisces, Aquarius, which is kind of interesting because it is the Aquarian card. This could be someone who was an Aquarius. I want to say someone who is very much a humanitarian. We spent a lot of time trying to balance their feelings and emotions. Probably quite a dreamy person. I was going to say quite a dreamy and intuitive person, and then the Queen of Cups came out. So lots of feminine energy in this reading. There's a lot of feminine energy coming forward in this reading. It's pretty much the only thing that's here right now. So this could be someone who is past that was a mother, an aunt, grandmother. This may also be someone who you did not have the opportunity to know in this lifetime, if they passed before you were born or when you were quite young. There's something, I'm being drawn to the water here. There's something very significant about the water. And I mean, not just for the obvious reasons of, you know, like a water energy and balancing feelings and emotions like that comes with Aquarius. But there's something to do with water with this person. Either, I want to say this person enjoyed a bath. This person enjoyed a bath over a shower. This person felt very comfortable in the element of water as well. They may have also drank a lot of water. Yeah, some people, you mean, no, but they always have water. Well, I kind of have that at my desk, but I get thirsty talking so much. There's definitely something about water and this person. It feels positive, so I don't want to, it's not coming through like that this person drowned or anything like that. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like water was a comfort to them somehow. They may have lived near water. That's interesting. Just getting the message too, this person may have lived somewhere where it was quite dry and drought and water was a scarcity. So it was seen as something very, very precious. Wow, this card has come out 3 times now this week. A different story for each one of them. Again, it's feminine. It is a feminine card. It's a depiction of feminine. That card is out. That one's the second time that one is coming out. So what I'm doing with the Energy Oracle deck is I am pulling out to kind of get some sort of information about this person's life. And how that's been coming out it's an aspect of their life that's important in terms of lessons that they've been through, what they've learned, and how they're sort of guiding you now that they're on the other side. I want to say, just briefly, I'm going to take a minute to really look at the cards, but I should show them to you, right? I need to share. The Thinking Woman, Healer of the Ages, Sixth Chakra, and Man Holding a Coin. So what I'm getting out, like, quite quickly and easily with this right now is that this individual did spend a great deal of time thinking and contemplating about the relationships in their life. Whether they did a lot of different things like interactions with this relationships, I'm not really getting a lot of information about that. They may have just observed a lot and observed a lot about the people around them and took quite a bit of note about the dynamics of the people within their lives. And I think I'm really feeling like this person spent a fair bit of time looking into ways to help, to really help those around them. So this is, okay, I see all these books, like there's a pile of books that are there, and she's holding one, and she's watching and observing. And I feel like this healer energy comes in after, almost like this store of information. You know, this person could be at a family function, could be at work, and just casually watching dynamics play out. And sort of seeing how people behave, even in a, maybe in a way, in a subconscious way, identifying archetypal energies in people and personalities. And not doing anything with it. Like, kind of storing it in their mind and kind of, you know, just when the time is right. And I see this person taking that information and using it to heal either the individual that they're watching, like this could take place a year later, 2 years later, something. Like something would kind of, ow. I've seen how this personality or this dynamic works in this situation. You know, I think if I mentioned this or I offered this, it would really help this person right now. Like, I really see that this person really, and it makes so much sense, doesn't it? It makes so much sense. Because the Queen of Cups is really about having so much love. Having so much love and sharing that. And this is, I mean, in the basic form, it's a humanitarian card in the tarot. This person really practiced humanitarian service, but in a very humble and likely really unrecognized way. Like, you know, you talk about how people make a difference in the world, and you can think about great leaders and anything on that level. You know, there are people, there are what I like to call the, oh my gosh, what's his name? George from It's a Wonderful Life, right? Like someone who is always putting a little bit of themselves out there to the community. It's not fair that this person doesn't have the possibility to affordable housing. We're going to build something for houses. We're going to make them nice houses. We're going to, like, they're not making a difference in the whole world. They're really making a difference in whoever they get to interact with. And but the funny thing is, over time, that does make a difference in the whole world, but it's not really recognized. And what I see here is, look again, cornucopia and the man holding a heart is at the bottom of this. This person really brought a great amount, indirectly, a great amount of abundance to other people in their lives. Even to people that, you know, they only know casually. This woman, I want to say this woman was really a wealth of knowledge. So we're still moving, and remember, like, this is coming through because it's somehow going to have something to do with your journey. So then after the healer of the ages, we have the sixth chakra, your third eye, and the man holding the coin. Wow. I if you would know this or not about this person. I feel like this was something hidden. I'm really getting a very, very clear message that this woman gave guidance, like sort of spiritual, intuitive. I'm not really getting tarot cards, but some form of guidance. I don't know if it's palm reading, astrology, something to often people in like higher positions here. When I say higher positions, it could be the highest of positions. This could be people that were running countries. But this could also just be people who were running companies, or people who were the sole breadwinner in a home, and they were looking for something to give them answers. They couldn't get the answers on their own. They needed to solve some problems here to be able to keep, you know, stability and abundance. Stability and abundance, yeah, like that's what she did. She created abundance for people. She really created abundance for people. I'm going to clarify just this man holding the coin to get an idea about this. That's what I'm really picking up here. Like there's two aspects to this person, to who this person was. Like I said, very good at observing the human experience. Very good at observing that and cluing into people's needs and just packaging up and putting it away, little tidbits of information, and then later on applying it to someone, anyone in need. You know, even just seeing someone on a bench that might be crying or is upset and going over to them and just, you know, sort of having the tools by collecting it over time. I really feel like this person got better and better at what they were doing, at healing. And it was a very direct form of healing. You know how they say some people, like just the energy of the person changes the room? This woman really applied everything she learned in life, and she really, really did it from the heart and as a humanitarian. I really want to say, like, I feel like she was probably not recognized by most except those who she touched on a personal level. She really almost, I feel like this is the kind of person that deserves a standing ovation for what they did in their lifetime, but most people had no idea. Most people had no idea. So then when I come over here, I really see like this, sort of like the divination and just receiving these messages to help. So she did it on a level that helped people emotionally and with their personal issues, but also on a level that helped people with some form of power find greater success. But now I don't think, like, you know, if it was anyone, it would be like that George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life. Like, it doesn't feel like that she would have been helping people that were using this information to take advantage of others. How can I make a profit, with the whole idea that for me to make a profit, I need to steal from, you know, from this group. And it doesn't feel like that. Oh yeah, I was going to clarify the man holding the coin. Yeah, look at that. It's the Nine of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So, like, literally, when individuals like this, these are people that the community looks up to, right? Like, these are people that the community looks up to. And this one, she is really just seen as part of the community. You know, like, this is the person that helps her. That's how the community sees it. Where, in fact, this is the person that helps him, which in turn helps the community. It's really, really interesting. So when this man holding the coin, which is like the King of Pentacles, is sort of at their end here, like really exhausted, something's not working out, I really need answers here. She can take them back. She could take them back to the beginning, to start fresh, to have a new, fresh outlook, new information to go on. See, I'm telling you, like, each one of these this week has been so different from the others. Okay, let's pull out. So what is the direct message to you, right? Like, part of her life that's being told to us here is part of the message to you. This is obviously something that you are also engaged in, something that you do. something to see in yourself. She's a guide for you. She continues this humanitarian work, but through you, I'm feeling and hearing. She continues this humanitarian work, but through you. Yeah. She was very powerful. I'm hearing too, she, like this is just a natural, innate soul ability. The soul has talents, the soul has certain abilities and features that are associated with the soul energy. And this is something that she's obviously always had, and it's been getting stronger and more refined through lifetimes. Now what she has learned is to guard it very quietly and secretively, because in a lot of past lives she was almost persecuted for this. But she's not. This is a very kind, you know, I'm just getting the message from her. So forgiving, such a forgiving energy. This woman, like only, you know, anyone that persecuted her in the past, they just didn't know. I'm just hearing like, well, they just didn't know. You know, it's okay. Very gentle, a very gentle soul. What she did. This is interesting. I want to get right to that. I was looking at the bottom, but I'm like, no, I want to get right into this. These two cards came out. The first was the King of Swords. The King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. There's two of them like really like boss like energies. Like, you know, not a lot of feeling and emotion coming, well, with the King of Swords, no. Like, this is a very strong individual that a lot of people were probably very intimidated by. Like in the work, I want to say in the workforce, in the community. This person held like a strong position in life. Wow. Like the message that's coming in with this. When people like this would seek her out to speak to her, sometimes too I feel like it's sort of funny that this is what you're going to get later. I've been sort of drawn to Mr. Rogers, to Fred Rogers the last couple weeks. And I'm feeling like that. I can't remember something I read or someone shared a story about it in my comment section of my community channel where, you know, someone came into an elevator. I don't remember if it was a businessman or, I mean, it could be any level of human, anyone in any level of where you sit in the society, you know, and Fred just asked him like, are you okay? Is everything okay? And like the person just like gushed. And see, that's what I'm getting with this, like almost like the universe connected her with people that sometimes had so much responsibility and really never had the ability to release. And she gave them that. Like, look at the Ten of Swords. I'm feeling like a mental release to people through an emotional release. And seeing when things needed to end. Giving the King of Swords clarity. Like, that's pretty impressive. Giving the King of Swords clarity. So this is you. This is you. This is what she's guiding you for. Like, it literally is showing, like, look at that. And then we have the Queen of Wands and the Emperor. Look at these two different, right? This is sword. This is the thought, the intellect. And then this is the passion, the spark, the entrepreneurial, the businessman, the person in power and control. You know what I see here? I see that she also brought happiness and balance to people that had a lot of pressure and a lot of weight on their shoulders, and brought balance within their partnerships. I see here like this feminine energy is very happy with this Emperor, Where I didn't even think about an emperor, and I mean, an emperor's got a lot going on. They really can't spend a lot of time with the people, you know, that really would be closest to them. But she was able to do that. And this is the journey for you. This is also your empowerment. But it's a humble journey. This is a very, very humble journey. This is not like, oh, this is my empowerment. How can I grow, and how can people really like see me for how amazing I am? Like, not at all. This is someone, like I said, like even people that persecuted her, they just didn't know. You know, you can't, they'll know one day. Okay. So I am going to clarify these other cards that came out. The King of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Emperor. Really different facets of life here that she influenced. It'd be fascinating to know more about. Yeah. There's like so many kings. I don't think there was a person of any sort of influence or importance in the community that didn't go to this woman for guidance. Yet I think it was very quiet. I have a feeling, because we have, okay, there's the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Emperor here. I feel like, you know, if somebody's having difficulty, it's just known as sort of like a whisper, I don't know, in a boys club or something, and who knows. Oh yeah, you need to go see Sylvia or whatever. Like, it just, yeah, just go slip a note to Sylvia. Like, she has answers. Nobody knows how she gets them, but she'll get you answers, I'm telling you. And it was like, that's it. And then, you know, go on to talking about whatever the King of Swords and King of Pentacles talk about. So, the King of Swords, Queen of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and Knight of Cups. Look at that. Like, this is how you bring love in. The emotional, I said, like, the emotional release is part of the intellectual release. But knowing when things need to end. But first, it's all about bringing love into, like, the Ten of Pentacles, into this grounded foundation, whether this is a home, this is a business, something that has to do with the King of Swords and someone else in their life, or other people in their life, that bringing, like, she was the one that brought the love, that sort of gave guidance. I don't want to say, like, you know, her advice was, well, you know what, Mr. King of Swords, you need to love everybody. She knew how to talk to everybody on their level. So she would talk to the King of Swords on his level and direct, I mean, the only thing that she really wanted to do was to give him clarity and guidance, but she's coming from a place of, like, the heart, of divine. So how she communicated to him was how he needed to hear it. And maybe to him it sounded like, all right, I need a better strategy here. I need this person to understand how important they are to me, because that gives me success. Like, you know, it's still wound around in the King of Swords' head the way it's going to go in the King of Swords' head. But it ended up coming out. It allowed love and happiness to grow in a situation where perhaps there wasn't any. The Ten of Swords, that's the ending. That's also walking away. Walking away from concepts and realities that weren't serving. I do feel like, too, she's guiding and helping you through this. Even through these things in your life. Helping you to see. This is a really strong, like, ancestor. I'm almost questioning, like, how long it's been. How many generations it's even been since she's had, like, a three-dimensional life. She seems very ascended. The Knight of Pentacles, I always get in this deck, okay, it is the Magician. The Magician and the Ace of Pentacles look very, or yeah, Ace of Wands look very similar. It is the Knight of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Eight of Cups with walking away. There's walking away. How to do it in a way that is in a manner that is carefully planned so that you are allowed to manifest after a time of a lot of self-reflection, if that makes sense. Like that's, I'm sort of looking at these cards and the meaning of each one as they come out, and I'm not even sure if I formed a proper sentence, the way that came out. But it's walking away slowly, almost so as not to disturb like the energy that surrounds a situation, so that new things can be manifested when old energy is gone. But it's like I'm really feeling like temperance, like allowing things to settle on their own, not being too hard or harsh. I mean, the King of Swords could be. The Queen of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Temperance, and there's that Ace of Wands. Oh, wow. Wow, she was a healer on many levels. Oh, that's amazing. I don't know how she did it. I mean, I don't know if she was familiar with certain herbs or something, but for women, for some women, she helped them get pregnant. Like, helped them become fertile to bear children. She helped them become fertile to bear children. Where there was nothing, there became these new beginnings in fertility. So she really did help. Oh, now I'm seeing this. Yeah, see, there's more coming in. Now I'm seeing this. Because we have a King of Swords, right? And then we have a Ten of Swords, masculine and feminine. So, and then getting it over here, we have a Queen of Wands and the Emperor, masculine and feminine. She helped more than just, I don't think the masculine energies were aware of this, but she was also helping their partners, counterparts, mistresses, I'm hearing. Helped some of these women walk away. Again, without like this energy of, you know, slowly. You know, depending on the time period, it's not really easy for women to walk away in different time periods on Earth, or even now in places on Earth. But being able to walk away somehow, releasing energy so that freedom could be obtained. And then we're with these women, helping them to literally be able to have children. I just see with this Four of Pentacles like a block, and then Temperance, some sort of shift in the energy within a person producing, like, I mean, now this woman is pregnant. Just the transformation of that. Okay, so the Emperor. Now this feels like, I mean, of the highest of the highest. I'm getting the message the Emperor didn't need a lot of help, but there was one thing in particular. There's one thing in particular for you with this Emperor energy. And that's where we have the King of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Now I see it. The King of Cups has a lot of feeling and emotion, but it's not really shown, right? The Three of Cups is showing your feelings and emotions, but doing it in a way that can be very healthy, celebration, just feeling like, you know, comrades in arms. Then we have the Five of Cups. There's some sort of disappointment here, not working out well. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. The Emperor was one that was difficult. And perhaps there's an Emperor energy around you that is difficult, or you're having difficulty with feelings and emotions. So she's here to guide you. So I'm like, how does this, I can kind of see how it's a message to you, but how does it finally pertain to you? either someone that you're dealing with or yourself. Now, I don't know, it could be someone you're dealing with, because Cancer, well, Cancer, you have a lot of deep feelings and emotions, but you don't necessarily wear them on your sleeve. And you don't have to. But there are instances where it can lead to disappointment, where when you don't share those feelings and emotions, right? I mean, that's what the Five of Cups is all about. It didn't work out the way you thought it would. Interesting. So the Two of Pentacles was at the bottom. I didn't want to bring it out until I'd gone through the whole row. Creating she helped people balance. She helped people balance different aspects of their lives here. She helped people balance different aspects of their lives. I did ask, I'm almost done. I'm just going to ask for just one card specifically from the Thinking Woman. I mean, the whole time I'm doing this reading, this is what is really staring at me, the energy in that card. One final message to Cancer from the... All she wants is a celebration between people and this equality and love and happiness. That's what I mean. It's like so beautiful. She is. She's just a beautiful energy. Just a fabulous, beautiful energy. And it almost feels like such a privilege to be able to read her, for her to come forward and to receive this. Beautiful. Like, of everything I've said about her. And what do we pull? The Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. It's beautiful. All right, so now we're going to go to the Ace of Cups is at the bottom. New beginnings based on love and feelings. We're going to go to Fred. We're going to get a random excerpt from the book. Oh my gosh, this is coming up a lot. I think it is. So this is page 95. Understanding Love is a section of the book here. When we love a person, we accept him or her exactly as is. The lovely with the unlovely, the strong along with the fearful, the true mixed in with the facade. And of course, the only way we can do it is by accepting ourselves that way. Oh, wow. I'll read that one more time. When we love a person, we accept him or her exactly as is. The lovely with the unlovely, the strong along with the fearful, the true mixed in with the facade. And, of course, the only way we can do it is by accepting ourselves that way. Oh, that's really beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. All right. I'm going to go, and I'm looking forward to doing this extended. I want to talk to her a little bit more. I'm really excited to see what her message is from the Journey of Love Oracle deck. And then we go. Until next time, Cancer, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.